Yo, my dudes, what's going on? David here, and welcome to another reaction. This episode, we are diving into The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 1, called What Lies Ahead. Hopefully, you've been enjoying the series. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Head on over to Patreon for the full, uncut, unedited reactions over there. Episodes extra early over there as well. But you know what time it is, guys. Fasten your seatbelts. Let's ride. Season 2, man. Season 2 already.
See your way through.
Man, they didn't even make it out of the car, man. That's shitty. That sucks. Oh. That kind of got me.
Siphon more fuel from these cars for a start.
Maybe
That's
some
what
water?
I'm saying. Get some more fuel.
This is a graveyard.
And we pay our respects and we get what we need to survive. Lori, if you don't want to join in, you can go sit your ass down. Well, why were you gonna shoot anyways? Rick.
Christ.
Yo. Has anybody here that's watching this reaction with me play Days Gone? This is what it feels like. I'm telling you, man, it's shitty. Sucks so bad. You stupid! Why? Yeah, my boy Dale, always. My boy Dale. And the mistake here is, how on earth do you let your... No, I couldn't. If I'm Carol, I'm punching Lori in the face. Get the fuck off me. I'm going after my kid. I don't care how many walkers are out here. Like, seriously, you're gonna let her run off on her own?
Don't make it back. Run back to the highway, back to the others. Straight the way we came. Keep the sun on your left shoulder.
Right there, you could have... Come on, man. Come on, you could have stabbed one right there. Only one jumped down in there. Oh, man.
Still got a lot to do. Let's stay on it. Let's go. Come on.
How do you allow that? How? I couldn't, man. How? Anyone with kids that is watching this reaction with me, how?
Are you crazy?
No way. Shane, tell her to let me keep one.
Hey, man. Go get more to Dale. Now. Go.
What was that?
That was what you asked him to do.
Blew him off just now.
You asked him to do that. You told him not to talk to anybody in your family. Why are we getting... I don't know, man. I have a different mentality when it comes to kids. Getting down, acting... Nah, we don't have time for that. If there's something, boom, we killing it. We moving on. We killing it. We moving on. We got to catch up. We got to catch up.
It's light. It'll be dark soon.
Why? Why are you just standing there, though? Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I am, like what I can and can't do when it comes to my child. I'm out there. I'm searching. I'm looking for her.
Where's my gun? You have no right to take it.
You don't need that just now, do you?
My father gave it to me. It's mine.
Is that blood?
He took down a walker. There was no sign it was ever anywhere near Sophia.
How can you know that?
cut the sumbitch open. Made sure.
How could you just leave her out there to begin with?
Carol, why
How could
didn't you
just
run?
Leave her?
Why'd you let Lori hold you?
I wasn't hurting anyone else. You took my choice away, Dale. And you expect gratitude?
He's got a point. I'm siding with Andrea on this one. I love Dale. Dale's one of my favorite guys.
I'm not your little girl. I'm not your wife, and I'm sure as hell not your problem.
Oh no. Oh. Nah. It ain't her. Ew, that one looks disgusting. Oh, it's got worms and all of that. Huh. How could that...
What direction? I think that way, I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's another potential place. Dang, they booking it. Where was that same energy when Sophia first ran out the damn car? Where was the same energy? Everybody coming together as a family, as one, to go save a little girl. The energy wasn't there. It's an automated system.
Timer. It's on the timer.
No, that's on you. You tell him what you want or tell him nothing at all. You're his wife.
And Carl, we dragged him into this.
Love Carl.
He thinks you hate
I'm
him.
trying to put some distance. I'm trying to make this easier. This ain't easy on any of us, least of all me. I'm the one who loses here.
Hello, Andrea. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Here.
Andrea knows.
Remember how to use it?
I'm not taking your gun and leaving you unarmed.
Got a spare. Take it.
So why does Lori get one but not Andrea?
Honey, I can't imagine what you're going through, and I would do anything to stop it, but you have got to stop blaming Rick. It is in your face every time you look at him. And when Sophia ran, he didn't hesitate, did he? Not for a second.
You
I don't
all
know that
did.
Any of us would have gone after her the way he did.
You all
Or made the hard
hesitated.
decisions that he had to make, or that anybody could have done it any differently.
Oh. Yo. That seemed on purpose. That seemed on purpose. Come on, how you didn't notice a little boy? Well, alrighty, that was an episode and a half. It seemed like we went over the hour mark with it. But with that being said, we are on to season 2, ladies and gentlemen. And man, it is great stuff to see. Yet again, The Walking Dead does not disappoint. First episode of season 2. I'll probably like right out the gate, I want to give it a 9. I think what they did in this episode, there was a lot. There was plenty to digest here. And I think everyone, for the most part, even though I disagree with certain things from the characters' standpoint, they executed what they needed to. I'm more bothered by the fact that kids aren't a priority. I feel like I said it the second they hid underneath the cars that I would have made it a priority to get at least one adult close enough to both of them. The fact that they didn't, I think, was kind of stupid. I understand the circumstances that they were dealing with, but you got to make that sacrifice. You have to make that. You have to make that effort to make sure that you are with them, as often as you can be. So that's what was one of the major things that bothered me. Another thing that bothered me is the way Dale is treating Andrea. Again, it has nothing to do with, you know, the story being written. It has nothing to do with the actors themselves. I just don't like that, you know, a character I think so highly of is trying to baby Andrea. I think it's a little too much. It upsets me with Dale a little bit because he still is my favorite. I still think that he has good intentions. So it just bothers me a little bit because he's someone that I like a lot in the show, and I don't want to see him go that route. We have, so basically we start off with Rick. Rick is, you know, giving a shout out to Morgan like he does always over the radio, over the walkie, and he's pretty much telling them that they're moving on. They're heading to Fort Bennett, it sounded like he said, and that you know, just the usual stuff that he tells them. Don't, you know, stay away from the roads. Atlanta's not what it's supposed to, like what it was set out to be. You know, all that good stuff. And so we pick up on this journey, and we are on our drive to Fort Bennett, and we get to a stop in the road where there's a bunch of cars blocking the highway. We see then that Dale's RV starts to smoke. The same thing he's been saying since season 1 happened again. The hose or whatever busted, and so they stop. They then, you know, all go on, you know, scavenging through the cars, trying to get what they can. We then see that Dale is, you know, up top looking with the binoculars, and he spots a walker. Then for some weird ass reason, Rick, you know, focuses his sights as if he was going to take a shot. If he would have taken a shot, I'd have slapped him in his head because that would have been stupid. But anyways, he's just looking through the scope, checks it out. I don't know if he's going to take the shot. Again, I say like he would have been stupid if he did. But we then find out that there is a herd of them. It is not just the one individual walker. So obviously there's panic. Obviously, again, the kids are separated from the adults, which is a big no-no to me. And then instead of, I don't think the walkers were close enough to not make the effort to get closer to the kids, in my opinion. That is my opinion. So then they get underneath the cars. Obviously, they're keeping quiet. Everyone, for the most part, does a good job. Andrea's on the inside, you know, putting together the gun that Shane took apart. And then she notices that there's a walker. Or a walker. There's the herd of walkers walking past the RV, and instead of just going into the bathroom and staying quiet, she's of course trying to put together her gun. It drops. It makes noise. She's then being ambushed by one of the walkers. She's obviously in a panic. Dale's on top of the RV, passes her down a screwdriver. She kills the walker. Everything seems to be going okay despite that. Then T-Dog, you know, trying to see what's going on, ends up cutting a huge cut in his arm. Daryl comes to the rescue, helps him. They're taken care of as well. And then we get to the end where I said prior to it happening, they should have just let the kids, or not the kids, they should just let walkers get a little more further ahead. Obviously, a kid isn't going to be, you know, thinking in that. They're not going to be the most brightest in a situation that they're not prepared for. And so basically, Sophia thought the coast was clear and she tried to get out. She then finds out, no, it's not clear. There's a walker next to you. So she, you know, obviously scared, she runs into the forest, and no adult did anything besides Rick. And then instead of fighting Lori off, Carol just stood under and held her mouth. You don't do that. I don't care if we all go out dying. Like, this is my honest opinion. If we all go out dying, then we would have gone out dying trying to save a little girl. And I am very, very much for the kids. I don't like the fact that they sat back. But nonetheless, Rick went out. Rick got a hold of Sophia and then made a dumb decision again. I understand where his mindset was. I understand what he was trying to do. But you gotta execute better than that, baby. Literally, you said you can't outrun both of them. You need to separate them. What happened? One jumped down, the other didn't. Slice, slice, slice. Now it's one-on-one. You know what I mean? Like, you could have done better than that. You could have done better than that, and you didn't need to run that far off anyways. I understand you're trying to get them away from her. Okay. But she's a child. A child isn't going to stay put. I mean, 12-year-old, I don't think she looks 12, but if that's what Carol says, she's 12, she's 12. But I just feel like a 12-year-old should understand a little better than that. Sophia she didn't even stay under there for like 5 minutes. She just left. So anyways, it's the journey of trying to find out where Sophia is. I think they did a great job making us, both worry. We also, obviously optimistic that they'll find her. We, throughout the episode are just kind of like on edge. Where's Sophia? Where's Sophia? And so they did a real good job at that. And, the hat is off to Walking Dead. I feel like they nailed season 1, and, they gave another great episode to start off season 2. And so pretty much, we're already hitting, home runs early on in season 2. So that is always a good sign. We then again continue the search. We come back. It's starting to get dark out. We tell Carol we can't keep searching in the dark. Obviously, she's upset. Then the Lori thing, man. The Lori thing really bothers me. And I might be the only one that it bothers, but it bothers the fuck out of me. You literally told him before the drunk, him putting himself onto you and all that. You literally told him, don't talk to my family. Don't talk to Carl. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at, you know what I mean? Like, don't come at me like that. And then when I, respect that, then you get mad. Like, oh, why are you giving him the cold shoulder? Why are you giving me the cold shoulder? Like, yo, first of all, back up, because you said that. So I am doing what you asked me to do. Now that I'm doing it in front of you, you're upset. I understand that he's coming off a little, harsh, but that is what he was told, to back the fuck up. And so what is he doing? He's backing the fuck up. Look, Carl, I can't be buddy with you no more. Your mom don't like me. She don't want me talking to you. Just like that. You want to tell him like that? Because he would. So to me, that's what bothers me about Lori's character is like, you can't be one day feeling this, one day not feeling. You know what I mean? Like, you told me that. I'm doing that. I'm respecting what you asked of me. Why are you coming at me like I'm doing something wrong now? So that bothers me. But anyways, so pretty much we get to the church scene. Daryl hands Lori the gun that he found in the little tent. Andrea obviously earlier got into a dispute with Dale about him not giving the gun back. That bothered me. I don't like that at all. Like, Dale needs to, she's a grown woman. You have no relationship with her. Like, you're not husband, you're not dad, you're not anything to her. Give her gun back. It's not yours. So that bothered me a lot about Dale. But anyway, so she sees that, Daryl and Rick are giving Lori a gun. And I'm sitting there like, why does Lori deserve a gun but not Andrea? Okay, Andrea wanted to end her life. So be it. But what gives the right for Lori to have the gun over someone else? It's just weird to me. But anyways, so then Rick, Shane, and Carl stay behind. Then there's a scene of Rick just kind of talking to the little Jesus statue, and he's just, asking for a sign. We then see later on like a deer, and again, there are a lot of like, what the hell moments. Why would you let your child just walk up to a deer? Like, first of all, why the deer didn't run away is weird to me. Second, why did Carl, what was Carl trying to do? Pet it? This isn't a petting zoo. It's not a petting zoo, buddy. I would have took the Shane approach. Bam, one shot, drag it home. We got something to eat. Or if not, if we're not here to kill it, let it go. We'll look at it from the distance that we're at, and so be it. But, nonetheless, he gets closer to it, goes to do whatever he goes to do. Bam, someone shoots the deer. Obviously, the deer, or the bullet goes through the deer and then into Carl. Obviously, I have seen enough of The Walking Dead to know that Carl doesn't die from this, so it's not really a spoiler. But I also wanted to, tell anyone who is continuing to watch from this point on that I do think that I've seen quite a bit of episodes in this season, at least enough to know what happens. And so I won't get into any details about that. Just, I like to be honest about what I've seen. And so I have seen, I think a fair share of some episodes in here, or at least I know, ending results. I'll say that as much. But again, if anyone that's been watching, the reactions with me, I won't get into any details about that in case you're trying to watch more of this show with me. But just know that I do know, the ending point, and I'll leave it at that. But basically, that is the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Again, I gave it a 9. If you agree or disagree, comment down below. Let me know. But I will catch you guys later. Thanks so much for joining me. Peace, guys.